Yeah, so essentially, BlockLords is, as you described it, an MMO medieval strategy game.
I've just started playing this crypto game. It's called BlockLords. It's actually open for everybody. It's in the Epic Game Store right now. And you actually get a digital asset just when you start.
So the idea is really it's a free to play game. You start off as a farmer, right? So the peasant, the peasant lifestyle, and as a farmer, you don't have to buy an expensive NFT to get started and to start farming. You get an NFT for free. So everybody who downloads the game and creates an account and starts playing will get a free hero NFT.
And because crypto gaming is such a hot trend this cycle, like seriously, there is money flowing into crypto gaming in this next decade. I want to keep pointing out the quality ones to you. As this space evolves, let's find the quality crypto games. And initial things I liked even before I played. Number one, it's free to play. Actually, you get a digital collectible NFT for free just for starting. Number two, it's highly rated by the people, by the masses. And number three, it's on the Base blockchain, meaning Coinbase's Ethereum L2 Base. I'm super bullish on the Base ecosystem. This is one of the gems in the Base ecosystem. And actually, before I share with you the gameplay, to me, this sort of reminded me of Age of Mythology, which I loved back in the day, or also sort of RuneScape with the battling. But before we look at gameplay, let's actually dig into the white paper. I want to share with you not so much a trailer, but sort of a cinematic minisode. I think this looks really cool.
The air is thick with blood. Allegiances have been tested. Those who remain stand no chance. In ruins. Steel yourself. The enemy stands at the door. Only courage remains. There is no other choice. You must protect your house.
Now, BlockLords actually is sponsoring today's video, just so I can share with you some of the major announcements happening. But plain and simple, here's what you should expect. BlockLords, developed by MetaKing Studios, presents a player-driven, medieval, grand strategy game that immerses players in a world where their decisions and skill significantly shapes the narrative and environment. So this is a player-driven experience, meaning the player's choices and actions are central to how the game world evolves and the narratives unfold. It's also a player-powered economy, meaning you forge for resources, you may battle, you may steal, you may maybe form alliances. And of course, because this is a blockchain-based game, you actually own your characters or resources or whatever you earn. I loved this breakdown from the founder.
You fight for resources, you fight for land, you grow out your farm, you farm for resources, you deck out your hero, you collect several heroes, and you build out your little army. And then if you become powerful enough to actually become a lord or lady, you will earn taxes from players who are farming or fighting or generating wealth in your region, right? So the idea was really to take a feudal economy, feudal economies were very decentralized compared to the economies we have today, right? So that was also kind of following the ethos of blockchain, was having these decentralized feudal economies that are governed different ways, but essentially on-chain, right? And so at the core, that was the idea. And then in terms of gameplay mechanics, a lot of inspirations from games like Total War, Age of Empires, Crusader Kings, really taking my favorite medieval strategy games and then putting them on an MMO economy.
And digging into the white paper, a big question I had was the economy. Actually building a sustainable player-driven economy. Because one of the reasons games like Axie failed back in 2021 is once you played the game and earned the token, there was nothing to do with the token other than sell. There was supply, but no real demand for the token. Well, BlockLords believed they've solved that.
As a user, you want to use the token as a currency, right? You want to use it to buy things you need. What are those things? Well, this could be in-game resources. Those can be in-game heroes. Those can be power structures. It can be titles. It can be cosmetics. It can be battle passes. It can be anything you want. And so essentially, a core part for us is to drive demand for goods inside of the game that the token is then going to be users are going to be able to use the token to actually get those goods, right?
Now, of course, this game is going for mass adoption, meaning any of these potential in-app purchases can be bought with regular dollars, but there's incentive for using the token.
Whatever you want to buy with fiat, you'll actually be able to buy it with the token at a discounted rate. That's the first use.
And of course, understanding the utility/use case of the token.
Then within the game itself, the token will have utility that nobody else can get, right? So you'll have access to special heroes, you'll have access to special content, and you'll have access to a special resource called influence. And influence is essentially what you use to get more and more and more powerful within the game itself.
Now, this is very new. The token is actually launching today. Lords is an ERC20 utility token that fuels growth and empowers the BlockLords community. Crafted for long-term sustainability and value, it aims to create a token with genuine in-game utility and lasting value.
And so the way we're trying to do it is you have a lot of free players who come in, they play the game for free. That's a very important part of it. You don't have to pay to play. You can play for free. You can get better and better. If you're really skilled, you will find ways to earn some tokens inside of the game. Or if you have some assets to deploy, you can actually deploy in the game and probably have a better chance of winning them inside of the game. But then most importantly, those with a lot can actually subsidize those with not as much to go and perform actions that are going to benefit those who sponsor them, right? And then, of course, they all go to war against each other, and then there are going to be some losers and some winners, right?
Now, again, the game has been out, yet the token is new. The Lords token TGE token generation event will be on July 24th at 1 p.m. UTC. KuCoin has already announced they're listing it. Other top exchanges are listing it. Me personally, I'd be very careful buying any new token. Huge volatility comes at a TGE event, but I'd earn it. People that play the game will earn the token, and actually BlockLords has already reached the milestone of the #1 game project in Base with the most transactions. So if you're bullish on the Base ecosystem, you love this. Also, the game has major backers like Animoca Brands, Delphi Digital, Republic, Bidcraft, etc. Also, Mochaverse is collabing with them, announcing our strategic partnership with BlockLords, where we cross-pollinate users and grow the gaming ecosystem. So cool to see the growth and collaboration. If any of you guys start playing, tell me your character, give me your thoughts down below. Hope to see you there. And links down below for you to check out. Like always, see you tomorrow.